Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Okay, it's hot. Not super hot here, but I know for a lot of you, especially in the US, other parts of the world, it's smoking hot. And so, in the interest of doing a recipe that doesn't heat up your kitchen, we're gonna make a couscous salad. And it's super easy to make. I'm just gonna use odds and ends that are in my fridge. There's a few things that I would have liked to have added, but I didn't have because I didn't look before I went to grocery shopping on the weekend. That's okay. Okay, for our couscous salad, we're going to start with couscous. I have some whole wheat couscous, but you can use regular couscous. And then chickpeas or whatever bean you like. You can also do like the multi-bean blend. I like chickpeas. After that point, it's whatever you want. We're going to add some peaches and cream corn, some pickled carrots. I thought I bought a can of black olives. I didn't, so I have 4 lonely olives in that jar, so I'm just going to use what's in the fridge. Some sweet gherkin pickles, baby pickled beets. I am going to chop up this red pepper. I had a red onion, but by the time I grabbed it, it was bad, so yeah, I'm not very happy about that, but whatever. So instead I'm going to add some chives. That's what those are. And a little bit of herb and garlic seasoning, and then whatever dressing you want. I'm using this fig balsamic dressing, and we're going to use this herb and garlic. But if you wanted to, you could use a lemon and herb vinaigrette and some zatar seasoning and different veggies, whatever you want. It's a bummer that I don't have the red onion, but red onion or green onions would be perfect. I made the mistake of not checking before I started this video. So the first thing we're going to do is get our couscous cooking. So I have water boiled. I'm just going to heat it up again. And the nice thing about couscous is that you don't have to boil it. You just cover it with boiling water. So I'm going to put a cup of couscous in this bowl. This is going to make a fair amount, but that's okay. It sits in the fridge, and the longer it sits over a couple of days, the better it tastes, because the flavors all meld. So what you want to do, put it in a bowl, get yourself a plate, or something to cover it. And you're just going to cover it with boiling water. We're not measuring, we're just putting enough to cover. Give it a little stir, and then I'm putting this lid on, and we're setting it aside. And it's just going to do its cooking thing. I'm using air quotes around there while we cut up the other stuff. What did I do with the clip? So in the meantime, if you like Middle Eastern sort of flavors, finding yourself or making a lemon and herb vinaigrette and using the zatar seasoning would be awesome. And a little bit of sesame seeds in there. That's good as well. The first thing we're going to do is cut up this pepper. Whoop, I should get my can opener while I'm there. So this is a great way to use up odds and ends in your fridge. I have pickled carrots, but if I didn't have those, I would just grate some carrots, some actual fresh carrots in there. So let me know in the comments below if you guys are in one of the areas that are having the heat waves, because that looks already this time of year pretty crazy. It's been warm here, but like barely. We are going to get up to 28, 29 degrees Celsius this week for a couple of days. So I think the warm weather is here. So chop these nice and small, or whatever size you want. You could also put in here cherry tomatoes or chopped up Roma tomatoes, whatever you like. But it's a great way to have something in the fridge ready to go for lunches, dinners. The beans add the protein. You could use it as a side for whatever you're barbecuing. Makes a perfect side to take to potlucks as well. So I think I'm going to use I can use all the red pepper. I'm going to put this aside for now. I may add more later, but I think that's probably enough for now. Next, we're going to drain and rinse my chickpeas. Whoa! It's a good thing I had that over the sink. It's been a while. It's been a while since I dumped something. Had a big oops moment. Used to be a regular occurrence for me. So we're going to make this, and the couscous is going to be hot. But I would definitely recommend that you put this in the fridge and let it meld, the flavors meld, before you eat it. Now, I probably won't use all of the corn. Let's save that for something else. Use frozen corn too. Obviously, you can use fresh. So let's put in maybe half this can, and the rest I'll just put in the freezer, because corn freezes well. All right, so now let's do the carrot. There we go. You want to make the pieces small enough. You get a little bit of everything with every bite. Alright, so we've got our corn, our red pepper, our pickles. Now we're going to put in our 4 sad little olives. I'm really bummed about that because I love olives, and black olives in here in this are really good, but you know what, the green olives will be fine as well. Okay. Now, have some baby pickled beets. I really like these. Again, if you don't use them. This is really best served cold, but you know, you could heat it up. Maybe don't put the pickles in if it's something that you think you might want to heat up. I mean, I guess you could eat hot pickles. Never really thought about that. So I would be really curious to know what your favorite hot weather foods, meals are. And let me know if there's anything that you'd like me to make. Okay, so a little bit of gherkins. I think that's probably good. We're going to add our chickpeas in there now. And give this a toss. Just incorporate all of the veggies. I would eat this like this if it had the dressing on it. But we can see that, and we can see how much that made. So now, let's, now I'm going to put about, probably wouldn't normally measure this, but a teaspoon of this herb and garlic seasoning. or whatever you want. And we're going to put some chives on there, but we'll do that after. And salt and pepper is to taste. Let's see how this is doing. You can see how it has absorbed all of the liquid. It's cooked. 1 cup will make about maybe 2-3 cups of cooked. 1 cup uncooked couscous. So I'm just going to put most of it in there. Toss it around. Couscous is a great carrier for this because it absorbs the dressing, holds on to a lot of the flavor. Now we're going to add the chives. I don't know, a handful. Sure wish I had some green onions or red onions. Oh well. Alright, so now I'm going to start with maybe half a cup. Normally I just do it to taste, eyeball and to taste. The goal is to make sure that you've got everything coated. And the couscous will absorb more of the dressing as it sits. Let's see. Let's taste this. Yum. So good. Okay, so I'm going to add some of this Urban Mate salt alternative because I'm trying to cut down on my sodium. And definitely pepper. Lots of pepper. Okay, so let me plate it, do a thumbnail, and we'll be back. So it's still a little warm, room temperature, so it's not as good as it's going to be in a overnight or in a couple hours. So this makes a big batch. If you don't want to make that much, just use half a cup of couscous and obviously fewer veggies. But this is the kind of recipe that you can tailor to whatever tastes you have in the house. You could use, like I say, a bean medley, you know, those marinated, you can get tins of marinated bean medley, different beans, whatever bean you like. I do think chickpeas is the perfect bean for this. Where you've got a nice bite, lots of protein, and you can get really creative with whatever dressing you want to use. Now, you could use quinoa for this, but you have to boil quinoa. The goal here is to not boil, not heat up your house. So that's why couscous is the perfect thing, because all you have to do is turn your kettle on. That is it. The only heat that was required to make this was the boiling of the water to make the couscous. So give it a try. Let me know if you make something like this. Let me know what kind of veggies you're going to put in yours. So guys, I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're staying safe and cool wherever you are. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, eat good food, be kind, including to yourself. I love you, and I'll see you next time.